Hello, this is Lad Everitt from the Coalition to Stop Gun Violence. On Monday, March 26, 2012, I traveled to Sanford, Florida for a March for Justice for Trayvon Martin, which was organized by the Empowerment Movement, a coalition of black churches across America. Here you see me walking up to the First United Methodist Church, which was the staging area for the start of the march. And in this clip, the church will come up in just a second here on the left side. This is some video that I took from inside the church, which is really a very beautiful place. And you can see the family lining up there to get ready to march. And some of the speakers getting ready to head out as well. This is a picture that was drawn on one of the blackboards inside the church. And here we are lining up and getting ready to head out. This is the very front of the march. There's a gentleman from change.org, some of the other principals, some of the student organizers. There were a lot of faith leaders there as well. You see some of them here. At this point, the march was concluded, and you can see here Reverend Al Sharpton, Reverend Jesse Jackson approaching the Sanford Civic Center, where we would go in, and there was a very emotional town hall meeting with the city council, the mayor of Sanford, and the city commissioner. And you can see in this shot as well Trayvon's parents. We're inside the Civic Center in Sanford here, and it was really a remarkable meeting. You felt like you were part of history, and you can see the sheer number of people filing in at this point. By the time the meeting started, it was standing room only with people standing on all sides of us. Reverend Sharpton was the first speaker at the town hall meeting, and you can hear some of his remarks here.
Anytime you have an unarmed man killed, amen, and you have a man on tape saying he was pursuing him, a man not authorized, a man not on the National Register, a man that has a record of assault, a man that has violence against law enforcement. We don't need violence. Let me tell you, we marched tens of thousands the other night. Reverend Ryan marched thousands today. The only violence that has occurred is a month ago when gentlemen killed. I want you to know, my heart is heavy. Yes, ma'am. Tomorrow morning I will be in Alabama preaching my mother's funeral. As hard as that is on me, it's a natural thing for a son
Sabrina Fulton, Trayvon's mom, was the next speaker, and it was just heartbreaking to hear what she had to say.
My heart is broken. That's the first and foremost. That was my baby. And I just want to appeal to you all. If you have kids, if you have children, and if something happens to your children, you want to know what happened. As a parent, you want some answers to your question. As a parent. So I'm not asking for anything, any extra favors. I'm just asking for what you would ask for as a parent. I know I cannot bring my baby back, but I'm sure going to make changes so that this does not happen to another family.
Reverend Jackson also addressed the council and spoke very powerfully about the fact that we lose more than 30,000 Americans to gun violence every year.
We come more than asking for him to be arrested today. Furthermore, as we join together, hands together, and repeal this law that makes it easier for all. We want this to change. And that's the double secret in the room. We have a feeling that if a black vigilante that shot a 17-year-old white child near his father's house, he would be in jail today. You'll move quicker to do a simple thing. The man processed and arrested and killed Trayvon. You'll join with us to repeal this heinous law. It escalates the likelihood of vigilantism. We'll go beyond that and find together to repeal the laws of these access to guns, these weapons of mass destruction. You know, Mr. Mayor, a young child is dead and our hearts do bleed. We lost less than 6,000 Americans in Iraq in 10 years. We lose 30,000 Americans a year in our streets. We should revive the ban on assault weapons.
That's right.
What purpose are they except to kill other people? On about the injured who don't die. It's time for a change.
Mark Marial, the CEO of the National Urban League, also spoke and called out the NRA and ALEC as being directly responsible for the dangerous Stand Your Ground law.
Two organizations, ALEC and the National Rifle Association, got together and ghost wrote these so-called Stand Your Ground laws and then passed it out from inside the Beltway in Washington to states all across the nation. This law invites vigilantism. It is inconsistent with a community who wants its citizens to live harmoniously.
After the town hall meeting, folks came outside for a rally that was every bit as emotional as the march was earlier in the day.
George Zimmerman should have been arrested on February 26th after he shot and killed an innocent boy carrying all the skin on his face. We are here to tell you that is not acceptable. I think the majority across the nation continue to devalue our young black lives. We have the same dreams, aspirations, and hopes as any other young American. We have been deemed this lost generation. But I think today is the day that we be inspired to strive for excellence, to be the future of this nation, so we may ensure that there are no longer any Trayvon Martin injustices.
With the rally over, it was the conclusion of an amazing day in which people all over America came to Sanford to stand with the Martin family for justice.